All right. I didn't know that Stallone still had that dog in him. All right. And I was here for it. So let's get into what's not that bad about the escape plan. Welcome to another episode of It's Not That Bad with me, Jared, where we take poorly rated movies and tell you exclusively what's good about them. And today we're going to talk about a future classic film, Escape Plan, with Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Crazy. I had not heard of this movie till Prime Video recommended it to me. If I'm being honest, the thumbnail picture and trailer didn't capture my attention at all. And so that's how I knew I needed to watch that. For context, I only review movies considered rotten. So 59% or below on Rotten Tomatoes. And this was 50%. And honestly, I don't think it deserved it. I think it deserved higher. I saw this one review that said, as much fun as it is to see Sylvester and Arnold Schwarzenegger team up on screen, Escape Plan fails to offer much more than a pale imitation of 1980s popcorn thrills. But I thought, isn't that the appeal of all of this? For it to be a popcorn thrill, but more modern? Anyways, more of that after I explain the entire story. Using AI, let's go. AI movie plot commence. So Escape Plan is basically, what if Rambo and Terminator got locked in Alcatraz on steroids? Sylvester Stallone plays Ray Breslin, a professional prison escape artist. Yes, that's his actual job. He gets paid to break out of prisons. Kind of like if Houdini had a corporate 401k plan. But this time, the CIA tricks him into testing a brand new secret mega prison built to be completely escape-proof. Naturally, Stallone says yes, because plot. And inside, he meets Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's rocking a beard and a smirk that says, "I'm just here to drop one-liners." The two team up and we're treated to an action comedy masterclass where every conversation sounds like two bulldozers trying to flirt. Together, they punch guards, cause riots, and literally turn How to Escape Jail 101 into a buddy comedy. Arnold even busts out a Gatling gun at one point because obviously there's a Gatling gun in the middle of a prison. Stallone does his usual gravel voice strategizing while Arnold steals the show by trolling the warden and yelling in German for no good reason. In the end, surprise, surprise, they escape. Because if Stallone and Schwarzenegger can't break out of your prison, it's not a prison, it's daycare. Moral of the story, if you ever find yourself in a high-tech super prison, pray that the inmates are 1980s action heroes because you're getting out in under 2 hours with bonus explosions. I'm gonna be honest, that was probably the best summary that ChatGPT has made for me so far. But let me tell you what made this movie better than what critics said, because more than 50% of critics should have liked this for sure. Number one, Stallone and Schwarzenegger chemistry. It was cute. You couldn't deny it in that movie. When Stallone gets into this prison, he first meets Arnold and they're immediately friends. Then there's scenes of them gaining each other's trust, and it's 2 minutes of scenes, and then they're just BFFs right after that forever. And I love that they don't beat around the bush in this because in this hour and 55-minute runtime, they became friends, I think, in the first 30 minutes. They are immediately riffing off of each other. They're saying cheesy lines to each other. They're getting close. It's cute. It's like another Expendables. One of their cheesy lines was something about they canceled the prison dance. And then someone responds with, wouldn't want to F up the prom. You had to be there. Classic line. And another being, I own your ass. I don't know who's owning whose. I realize that I was right in my previous statement. It is like the Expendables, but with just two of them and more actual fighting rather than guns. Number two, they had an intriguing premise and villain. I mean, let's not lie to ourselves here. The premise kind of hooks you. It's a guy that gets into prison just to escape and tell you the weaknesses inside your prison. Kind of crazy and very insightful, I might add. Like, I would want to, if I were the warden of a prison, I would want to know, hey, these are the weak points inside your prison. You should probably fix them. Perfect. Then even crazier, Ray Breslin gets kidnapped. He gets put into prison, and you're like, oh, he could definitely break out. Of course he's going to break out. But now he's all by himself, like with no partner, with no setup. Then even crazier, he gets kidnapped, he gets put into prison, and it's all done by his own partner. Like, his own partner actually masterminded this. Then you figure out that Arnold Schwarzenegger, the guy who actually worked with him to escape, was the mastermind that helped put Sylvester's character in prison because he needed help getting out. It's just so many twists and turns that it was like semi-predictable, but I would have thought that like it, they would have some happy ending, but this was kind of crazy. Number 3, 50 Cent being a total nerd. I did not think that watching 50 Cent being a nerd would be on this year's bingo card, but I love that he cared about like Sylvester Stallone's character. He also had some cute glasses. It was cute. It was nerdy. There's also the fact that he cares so much about Sylvester Stallone's character that he like hates Sylvester's partner in the movie, who actually put him in prison and set everything up. And he can 50 Cent can tell that he's evil. But he could like kind of doesn't do anything about it except like just get up in his face. Wish he could have done more with that. But it's also like, this is a sneak peek of the second movie. He gets like way cooler in the sweet sequel. And yes, there's a sequel. As far as I've watched it, at least 50 Cent's cool in it. And also there's no Arnold in what I've watched so far. But still, look out for the next video because I'm also going to review that one. Anyways, watch this movie. It is actually worth the watch. I think it's more entertaining than I thought. So, kisses.